social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. This is going to be a fun one today. We're going to look at and do a little compare and contrast to a mayor that most of us know, that we hold near and dear, one Tiffany Henyard. But another mayor that I don't think we've talked about here on this channel, but maybe once. And actually, he's here in Georgia. He's here in South Fulton. So it's not actually too far from me, is the mayor Kobi. He seems to be going through some identity crisis, but we'll talk about that in a second. Shout out to Nate the lawyer, because I was literally working on a video about mayors doing travel, and Nate the lawyer dropped this, and I'm like, man, what's the purpose? So, I mean, this is fantastic. So shout out to Big Nate. Nate has been doing an excellent job over there in these YouTube streets, and I really appreciate him as a content creator. So definitely going to leave the link to this down in the description. You're welcome to go check him out. Let him know DWC sent you. Let's bring this in. Let's go. We're going to talk about it. Here we go. Now, here we go. Let's get it.
Mayor of South Fulton, Georgia. He was arrested while mayor for burglary.
Breaking news, the mayor of one metro Atlanta community finds himself tonight under arrest and now facing charges in Fulton County. Just hours ago, Khalid Kamau was officially booked on 2 charges, criminal trespass and burglary in the first degree. Right now, he remains locked up in the Fulton County Jail. Bond has been set at $11,000.
Then after that, he went on a spending spree with taxpayer money, going on trips around the world.
So again, I went to Colombia 3 times last year.
Okay, Colombia 3 times, Paris twice, Rwanda and Ghana, and Toronto.
Yes, and those weren't in the same year.
Now, you took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody.
Now, this is Khalid Kamau. He's better known as Mayor Kobi and is the current mayor of South Fulton, Georgia, a city with a population of 92% African American. That makes it the blackest city in America. Now, Mayor Kobi was elected in 2021 after defeating a 20-year incumbent with nearly 60% of the vote. Now, before becoming Mayor Kobi, Kamau worked as a community organizer and is most famous for working with the Atlanta chapter of BLM.
The city of South Fulton, Mayor-elect Khalid Kamau has worn lots of hats.
From MARTA bus driver to community organizer for Black Lives Matter.
45-year-old Khalid Kamau is anxious to get to work after outpacing incumbent mayor and veteran politician Bill Edwards to become the second mayor to govern Georgia's newest city, the city of South Fulton. Kamau says he wants to dispel a lot of myths. He says he does not hate white people, is unapologetically black, but is prepared to lead all of South Fulton in a progressive direction.
So, as you heard, the new mayor happens not to hate white people, which is shocking that he even had to say that, because I think the perception is that he may hate white people. But this mayor wanted to start getting to work. Now, Mayor Kobi is very, very similar to another mayor that we talk about on this channel.
Okay, before he jumps in, I got to talk about it. Nate did a great job, but there are so many similarities. We almost could do I think they might be separated at birth, truth be told. But there's one thing that's going to happen to Kobi that hasn't happened to Tiffany yet, but I digress. They are so similar, you would almost think this is a playbook. Watch this. This is amazing.
On the time. Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard. For example, they both have been arrested before. Tiffany Henyard was arrested in Chicago for, quote, criminal trespass to vehicles, breaking into cars. Now, for Tiffany Henyard, that happened before she was mayor. Now, with Mayor Kobi, he's going to get arrested for burglary while he is mayor, and the homeowner is going to hold him at gunpoint.
This afternoon, some residents in the city of South Fulton have called for the mayor to resign after his arrest over the weekend. Mayor Khalid Kamau faces burglary and trespassing charges after entering a property owner's home over the weekend.
Now, the house in question was a lakefront property on Cascade Palmetto
highway, where a homeowner held the mayor at gunpoint until police arrived.
Now, the mayor is still dealing with those allegations.
Allegedly.
But you see what I mean? Tiffany Henyard has been arrested in the past. This mayor's also been arrested in the past, both for property crimes. One was stealing from cars, allegedly, and the other one stealing from people's homes, allegedly. Now, another thing that makes this story like the Henyard story is the travel. Remember, Henyard was traveling all across the United States on taxpayer dime, and there was like 20,000 people in that town.
Last January, we told you Tiffany Henyard and her entourage racked up more than 60.
Look at that, man. Look at that. But my man is going to beat that, though. But look at that, man. That was craziness.
$7,000 in travel-related charges in just 5 months.
Well, Mayor Kobi is doing something very similar. Instead of limiting it to the United States, he's traveling the world.
Transaction records show Kobi used his city-issued Visa card to book trips around the world.
How many times were you in Colombia?
So
last
again,
year?
I went to Colombia 3 times last year.
Okay, Colombia 3 times, Paris twice, Rwanda and Ghana, and Toronto.
Yes, and those all weren't in the same year. That was over 2 years.
Dude is a passport bro on South Fulton's dime. That is crazy. He went to Colombia 3 times, and he was in Ghana for almost a month. And this is craziness.
The records we have suggest only one of those trips is from 2023. But Kobi wanted to talk about his new office space, not his spending.
Now, Mayor Kobi, when confronted by his all-black city council.
All right, this is an all-black city council. There's nobody of less melanin on this council. This is a Georgia look, clearly, this shoehorn type of table. Anyway, these are all black people. It's pretty, not really diverse as relates to gender. Looks like 3 men and 7 women, but I digress. They're all black. I just want to make sure I say that one more again. Listen to what he says.
In the most black town in the United States of America, he did something very interesting. He pulled the race card.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
Mayor, I really was going to let this go, but I can't continue to sit here and allow you to make it seem like we're the villains and you're the victim. Now, those cameras are in the back of the room, not because of us. We would love to come to a meeting and just go through this agenda, have a professional meeting, and do the business of the people and go home. But it was you who want to sit around and call us the blackest city and say we want to tear each other down. We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody. No, he called us a blacker city, and that was disrespectful. We keep telling him that.
Now, I hate to keep bringing this back to Tiffany Henyard, but in the
She
Tiffany
did it too.
Henyard saga, we always kept hearing about receipts.
Like, I think Nate might have missed an opportunity, and maybe editor Jason could edit it in. Tiffany talking about how she's black. She's a black woman in power. You attacking a black woman. Like, the similarities are crazy. Okay, now we're looking at receipts. Let's go.
Receipts. We don't have receipts. And now, when it comes to Mayor Kobi, guess what they're saying? He's spending money and he doesn't have receipts.
Bank records from the mayor's city-issued credit card shows more than $25,000 spent between October and December.
Is the city of South Fulton doing any business in Africa?
Not to my knowledge. That's not even a priority.
There are more than 100 purchases still unaccounted for, meaning the mayor has not submitted receipts. All of these X's indicate items where receipts have not been turned in. Wow. I found city officials have 3 days after a purchase to turn in receipts.
All right, so let's recap. This mayor has been arrested while mayor for felony burglary. That's first. Number 2, then the mayor is not turning in receipts for what he's spending and spending like crazy. And then we talk about the travel. This mayor has gone around the world. We heard the list from Paris to Ghana. He went to Colombia 3 times.
South Fulton City Council says it has no confidence in its own mayor. This comes after the mayor claimed the council created a culture of corruption. It's been a fiery week in South Fulton, and that included tonight, where multiple onlookers protested and had to be escorted out of the meeting.
Who does that sound like? Come on. Who does that sound like? A culture of corruption on the board. Claiming, rather, there's a culture of corruption on the board. People getting ushered out of board meetings. What does that sound like? That sounds just like Dolton, just like Tiffany Henyard. My gosh. The similarities are crazy. Let's go.
City Council made a unanimous vote of no confidence against their own mayor, Khalid Kamau.
This city council is doing whatever they want to do.
This a few days after the mayor questioned the council's handling of a police investigation.
I'm blowing the whistle on this because as mayor, the buck stops with me. And the end of this culture of corruption will also stop with me.
Fast forward to Friday, Kamau said this meeting was illegal, violating an Open Meetings Act. He said he also filed temporary restraining orders against the city attorney and all council members.
Yeah, this story's
Wait, I'm telling you, this has got to be a playbook. This has got to be a script. Tiffany Henyard did the same thing. She filed restraining orders, makes claims of corruption in the board, saying that the meetings that they have are illegal because they violate the Open Records Act. Or this is crazy, Open Meetings Act. This is wild. The similarities are crazy. They might be twins.
Same. He filed restraining orders against each person in the city council and the city attorney. So it's gotten kind of crazy down there in South Fulton. Now, I want to be fair to Mayor Kobi. This is what he says about the travel issue.
Again, Kobi says his travels are within his spending authority and will continue. He believes the council's actions are a scheme to remove him from office ahead of the mayoral election this fall.
So on one side, Mayor Kobi says they're motivated because they want his job. Henyard actually says the same thing. They're motivated because they want her job. And on the other side, we see a group of people looking for transparency. Hey, why did we spend this here? You haven't returned any receipts for these things. What's going on? You know, why did you go to 4 continents in 4 months? Now, there's one other thing that came up that I do want to mention. See,
all right, before we get into this is crazy. And I think Nate missed a good opportunity here. So let's go.
The mayor has this dog. And you know how most people don't bring their dogs to the office every day? Well, the mayor, he decided, yeah, I'm going to bring my dog to work.
Meet South Fulton first dog Zion, who not only has a monthly party, but his own website and an Instagram page too. He is a Shiba Inu that is by Mayor Khalid Kamau's side most of the time.
Wow.
The mayor tells Fox 5 Zion is a service dog, but everybody hasn't warmed up to him.
So now the city council wanted to pass legislation saying, hey, if you're coming to the office, you can't bring a dog unless that dog is an actual service dog. And the mayor is not happy.
The same councilwoman who's called to investigate my travel receipts. She tried to take my car.
Now, to be fair, the mayor and city council have discussed the dog issue previously.
We have tried to work with him. We have asked him to not bring the dog around in certain settings. This dog has violated people.
So now legally you have to allow service dogs to come in. So those are the only dogs they cannot ban. So if the mayor's dog is a service dog, like he said earlier,
the mayor tells Fox 5 Zion is a service dog,
then he should be fine.
Okay. You can't just say something is a service animal. It actually has to be certified as a service animal. I don't think you can just say, hey, I got this Rottweiler. He's a service animal. I don't think you can just roll up and do that. Now, maybe you can, because I've seen some weird service animals and unique service animals. So I don't know how that goes about. But I think a dog, I think there are some standards. Because, again, you can't just roll up in here with a bull mastiff talking about, this small horse is a service animal. Actually, I've seen service horses. Never mind. I take that back.
But if it's not, then his dog is not going to be able to be brought to the office. So this story has a little bit of everything. Major felony, spending crazy amounts of money, world traveling, and at the end of the day, they even threw in a dog.
They threw in a dog.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do like great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one.
Shout out to Nate the Lawyer, great content creator. Now, I think Nate missed a good opportunity, because you all might remember Tiffany also had a dog issue. Do y'all remember that? Let me bring the video in. Let's talk about it real quick. All right, this is from the Dolton trustees YouTube page. Remember she brought a DJ in that time? Well, I can't play it because they're playing some copywritten music in the background. But remember, Tiffany walked in with the dog. It was a stuffed animal, and she's right there. And she was dressed up like Nino Brown. And the DJ is playing Better Have My Money. There go Kamau Woods right there. Just realize that. Yeah, so she had a dog too. I mean, I don't want to play it because the music might get in trouble. But there she is with her dog or stuffed animal, whatever you want to say. So I think Nate might have missed the opportunity, man. There's a lot of similarities between these people. Now, there's one more aspect about the story. The Mayor Kobi, I forgot his real name, but Mayor Kobi, there's one more aspect about him, a new aspect about him that people may or may not be aware of. And I'm going to bring this in because he was impeached. Let's go.
Council members with the city of South Fulton have shut out their own mayor. This comes after the city council announced they would be auditing Mayor Khalid Kamau's spending. Atlanta News First Madeline Montgomery reports he's not even allowed back in his office.
We're told that Mayor Khalid Kamau had the deadline of today to come here to this building, bring all of his devices from the city, which included 3 Mac devices as well as a drone, turn them in. And then he is banned from this building, any other city facilities, and the locks were even changed in the mayoral suite to keep him out.
That motion was approved unanimously 7-0.
After a seemingly normal city council meeting, Mayor Khalid Kamau, now called Kobi, is cut off.
Council has decided to shut down access to the mayoral budget with the exception of his salary and benefits.
Keeping Kamau away from the budget after announcing an audit of the mayor's spending.
It is the consensus of the council that the mayor, through the unauthorized use of resources and abuse of his position, refusing to follow policy, and engaging in conduct unbecoming to a member, which constitutes a breach of public trust.
Okay, wait, did y'all notice something about the city council? Everybody's wearing red. Okay, I'm just noticing that. Everybody has red or a variation of red, except this guy right at the end. It looks like everybody has red on. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if there was something special or something in town that day.
The city council members suspicious of Kamau misusing taxpayers' money.
Dude is a passport bro.
Has been a big concern. The pool table as well, a gaming center, and a media room. Things that are very frivolous.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with this all-black council tearing each other down.
The mayor has a history of controversy since coming into office in 2022. He was arrested in 2023 for breaking and entering. That same year, the city council filed a lawsuit to have him removed from office after he recorded executive sessions. Also in 2023, the city's police department canceled the mayor's Easter egg hunt, citing the mayor for not having a proper permit. The mayor will remain locked out of these buildings, and these actions will remain held against him until the investigation is complete. Reporting in South Fulton, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
I don't know emphatically. I'm looking forward to hearing how this all pans out. I don't think they're going to go easy on this because, I mean, my guy was literally, again, like he was an expat. He was all over the world. He is globetrotting. Colombia, Paris, the guy was wild, man. So anyway, shout out to Nate the lawyer. Shout out to Atlanta News First for this. And I just thought you would enjoy something a little bit different as it relates to Tiffany, but really not that much different. I mean, the only thing is Tiffany just didn't go overseas. I think that's really the only thing that's different about her is that she really just didn't go overseas. If she had, everything else seems very similar, man. That's crazy. So down in the comments, let me know what you think. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. I'm looking forward to doing this again real soon. So Lord willing, we'll do that. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.